Is it two? Two lives? Yeah, two lives. Okay, so this one is just a tip, an alchemy tip, if that I like to share with you. For instance, if you like burning incense or like candles, it's always good to switch up the energy as far as like for okay, let's start with incense. It's always good when you're burning incense to switch up the energy, which means like if you, because all of us have like, for those that do alchemy work, energy work, and you use the air element incense in your alchemy work, your energy work. We have our favorite scents that we like. And then there's also um like the go-to scent. If you don't have anything else, like if the working calls for a certain type of incense, a certain type of scent, and you don't have it, then usually the go-to is like frankincense or sandalwood incense, okay? But it's good to refresh or put into different rotation your incenses to switch up the energy. Because if you're constantly only burning like nag chapa, frankincense and myrrh, sandalwood, dragon's blood, if that's all you're burning all the time, then you're stuck at that level of energy that those particular scents vibrate on. And you may need to switch it up. You may need to burn a different type of incense to bring in a different type of energy. So sometimes, as practitioners, we stagnate ourselves by just, using the same type of incense, the same type of scent, and we get the same results. And the results may very well be good. It's a saying that most of us have heard, if it's not broke, don't fix it. And that's fine. That's cool. If the incense you get, you have much success, you gain and you obtain much success with burning that type of incense, and you don't, want to change, that's fine, because you've documented like, oh, I have success when I burn this type of incense. I know I'm going to get this and this and that. However, hey everybody, however, it's always good to play, or I won't even say play around. You can experiment with different type of incense to get different type of results, because you could probably get a more powerful result with a different type of incense. Like, say for instance, you burn cinnamon a lot for money, for prosperity, and it works for you. But what if you would try to burn basil incense or saffron incense and see what happens with burning those type of incenses? You might get a result that surprises you. So that's a tip. Don't get so stuck on, oh, well, it's working, so I'm not going to change it, when you don't know. By changing the scents could get you a much larger, a much bigger, a much more expansive result than what you're already using. And the same goes with candle work. Those of us who do use candles in our working, in our energy healing and transmuting energy. What's the rule? If you don't have a specific color candle, the rule is, oh, just use white. Well, guess what? That's fine, because you'll get the results with white. Hey, everybody. But what if you, say, for instance, you're doing money? Well, typically with money, what's the candle that most people go to is green. But have you ever decided or tried to do a money working with a yellow candle? Because yellow candles represent, or the color yellow represents optimism. It represents joy. It represents like confidence. Well, maybe with your money, you may need more confidence at your job. And if you had more confidence, you would gain and attract more money. Or maybe you just need to be in an environment that brings you joy. Your work environment, you just need a place where it brings you more joy, and that will in turn give you more money. So instead of always going to the go-to color of money, green, would your go-to color for prosperity or money is a green candle, why not try a different color candle? For instance, blue. A lot of people don't know that you can use blue to manifest money as well, a blue candle. Now, usually blue represents like clarity. So maybe the reason why you're not bringing in as much money is because you don't have clarity. You don't have uh you're confused about how to make money, or you're confused about whether you should take this deal or not, or sign this contract or not. Well, burn a blue candle. Burn a blue candle when it comes to your prosperity, and you'll get the clarity that you need. Instead of just saying, oh, well, I'm doing prosperity work, so I'm just going to just go with the green candle, because traditionally that's just what you're supposed to burn, is a green candle. It depends on what you're looking for with the prosperity. Do you need clarity? Like I just said, you got this contract in front of you, and you need to make the right decision regarding the contract, and it's related to your finances. It's related to your business. Burn a blue candle for prosperity. Or like I said, yellow. You just need to find a job that's going to give you, or a career that's going to bring you joy and confidence. So you would burn a yellow candle for prosperity versus the green candle. You might even need to burn a brown candle for prosperity, because a brown candle represents the earth element. It represents grounding. So it may be that you don't have a problem getting money or receiving money, but you don't keep it. It just flows out of your hand like water. So you would burn a brown candle so you could become more stable in your finances. So this quick live was just to say that sometimes we need to shake it up when it comes to our working. Just because traditionally a certain candle color is used for a certain working doesn't mean that you have to always use that particular candle color for that particular working. Mix it up, experiment, and you may be pleasantly surprised with the effects. Now, when you're working with certain deities, you may not have as much liberty to change the candle color, because certain deities, prefer certain colors in certain sense. But when you're doing things for yourself, or if you're doing things for clients, do a divination, because it could clearly tell you that, okay, yeah, they're coming to you about a relationship, but it doesn't mean that you automatically are going to burn a red or a pink candle. Maybe their relationship just needs some more, maybe their relationship it just needs some grounding. They're just all over the place. So you may need to burn a brown candle. Or maybe there is some negative energy that is attacking the relationship, and you need to cleanse out that energy. So you may need to burn a black candle for the relationship spell or working or alchemy work. So don't get stuck on, oh, if it's a relationship, I'm only going to use a red or a pink candle. No. If it's healing, then I'm only going to use a blue candle. No. It could literally mean that you may need to use a color that is not traditionally associated with the particular working that you're doing. And the same with incense. Refresh it. Like refresh the incense that you have in circulation. Because I did that today. I went through the incenses that I currently had, and I just exchanged them out. Because I got like 3 bags, like 3 big bags filled with all types of incenses. And I just went in. I was like, oh, let me try. I haven't burned this in a while, or I haven't burned this at all. So let's burn this and see what happens. Let's see how I change the energy up in my space, in my environment. Let's see how I clean up the energy energetically within me by burning certain incenses that I haven't burned in a while. So that's a tip for all of you who do any type of working that deals with like the air element and incense and the fire element and candles. Don't get stuck on just tradition. You would be surprised that when you step outside the box, how it will amplify and it will elevate your working. And it will take your practice to a whole new level. So I'm going to come back. I got another live message that I want to share with you. And so thanks everybody that came on. Hey to everybody. And I know that you learned something new, and apply it and see how, see how your energy changes, see how your circumstances change, see how your environment changes just by doing what I suggested in this live, in this video. So until next time, stay grateful and stay aware.